from Japan as well. MashaAllah.
Assalamu
wa barakatuh.
In my country, which is Uzbekistan, on birth certificates with the first name, we all get both fathers and grandfathers' names together. This is actually the tradition that have been in use in my country since the occupation of USSR. And while addressing to someone, they always call him with grandfather's name as a surname, but father's name is not mentioned. For example, Abdullah Aisha Aliyuna. So Abdullah here is grandfather's name and Ali is father's name, which is present only in documentations. What happens is that while getting married legally, girls change their grandfather's name to that of her future to-be husband's grandfather's name. So my friend was saying, like, we are not changing father's name as it's mentioned in the hadith. My question is this act permissible in Islam? Jazakallahu khairan.
Wa jazakum. This is totally impermissible. In Islam, our religion, Islam, that is accused of oppressing women and subjugating them, is the only religion, to my knowledge, at the moment, at our contemporary times, that insists that a woman keeps her name, her father's name, her grandfather's name, her tribe's name, and not to be associated to her husband in her lineage. And I've mentioned this on Twitter a couple of times, and I was shocked by the amount of ignorant people who come to justify their present situation. Lots of women from different countries in Africa and Europe, because they've already changed their names to their husbands' names. So they are followers of their husbands in that sense. They started claiming that, no, this is un-Islamic, it has nothing to relate to Islam. And some even would mention the fact that Aisha, al-Mu'mineen, the wife of the Prophet. They've said that she's the wife of the Prophet. Akhi, this is different than saying Aisha Muhammad or Aisha al-Hashim, for example. This is totally different. Aisha has her lineage, and never in her name is mentioned the Prophet ﷺ, and he's the Prophet ﷺ. So yes, it is totally not permissible to change your father's name from Aisha, daughter of Ali, into Aisha, your husband is Chaudhry, for example. No, not permissible. Okay, Sheikh, we kept my husband's name, but Abdullah, who's my grandfather, we would like to change it to Abdul Rahman, who is the grandfather of my husband. Again, this is totally prohibited. Okay, what about the final tribal name? We'll call him Khan, or we'll call him Komar, or we'll call him the Uzbekistani, or whatever. Still, keep your name and your lineage and your tribe intact without changing anything. This is how Islam, or one of the ways how Islam honors women. Unlike in the West or in the East, the moment she gets married, she dumps her father's name and her tribe's name, and she sticks her husband's name to hers, and this is not permissible at all.